So in the configuration, we were not able to see anything, right? It was completely deactivated, right? So I checked with SAP and some of the patches were loaded. And then what I did, when I confirmed the scope, this is a scope, generally in which we have seen in the last, in the funny initial demo, when we have gone for the initial demo, you can see this. So if you go to the overview, see, earlier I'm unable to complete this, and because of that patch problem, this was not completed. This was not completed, either confirmed. So generally, to configure anything in SAP S/4HANA, in finance or any module in the public cloud, your scope should get finalized. Okay. So when I have multiply opened the support tickets with them and talked with them, so they realize that some patch is missing internally for this, and that is how I'm not able to confirm or I'm not able to complete this. Okay. So when once I completed that, the configuration, because I told you the first day only, right? So when you complete the scope, this is an automated flow that you have to go one by one, right? And you need admin help also wherever it is really required. And at initial deployment targets also, you need help, I told you. So that's what actually happened. So here, once we finalize this scope, complete scope, and confirmed that, see, after confirm, now it got locked, right? Now if I go to configuration, see chart of accounts now. See, everything is activated now. Everything is activated. Like SAP also realized that. You can see the UI also changed here. It's not like earlier. Okay, the patch is upgraded on that. But yes, for certain things, because of the demo patch, still it is being linked to US-based company codes and all these things only. But yes, as I told, I'll show you the configuration, because you people majority are looking for the configurations, right? Why you have not seen how to create a chart of account also. You have not seen how to do that. All these things we have not seen. So let me show you those things with the creation of supplier invoices, aging chart analysis. All these things I'll cover as part of the show you the configuring of a certain chart of accounts, GL master accounts, and then wherever you want to define your structures of different financial statements. So these things we'll discuss, and we will discuss about the vendor masters also. Here I'll show you certain BP, which I have already shown you the other day. And then we will create certain supplier invoices, which is invoice processing. So the invoice processing also I'll show you. So this is what the aging analysis and chart analysis. These are the one which I have been taken for the. You can see the automatic payments and the automatic payments and the invoice payments reconciliations. Those things. So this is what for the payables, So coming to here, as I said, once you define the scope, once you are done your primary finance settings, okay, here as I said, it is locked completely. So now it's org structure. The org structure, we created certain company codes and all these things, right? If you guys remember. So only few org codes are available right now. Okay. So if you can see, these are the org codes which we have seen last time. So one thing you have to remember, guys, it's locked means, you can still edit. That means the org structure, you can still edit in the configuration. Okay. If you edit, if you want to create a new company code, still go to the edit mode, create a company code like this. See, if I go to edit, so it will ask you, see, if you edit the org structure, one or multiple already confirmed milestones and the phases may change. Means whatever the automatic things are there, right, that will change. Okay. So it will change the status of configurations to open. When it is open, the configuration will be again locked. Okay. So to do that, what you have to reconfirm this again. Okay. So for reconfirming, system generally takes 10 to 15 minutes of time. So in the interest of time, I'm not touching this part now, because you can practice in your server whenever you are having availability there. So I'm not touching edit now. So I'm going to configuration directly for your understanding on this. And let me show you, I will show you those business place also. because I'm just showing you. Those are all available for now, right? See here, this is the business places. You can define business places for, this is for Philippines, Indonesia, few things has been came. Okay. But for India operations, you can actually go to this define business place. Okay. And you can assign the business place to plant and you can assign business place to sales office. This is what someone asked me in the last class. I told I'll show you. Okay. When I told I show you, I'll show you definitely. This is what I fought with SAP. And I got all these things again into the system. I'll show you all these things. I'm telling that this is ready with us. You don't need to worry. I'll show you.
Yeah, you mentioned about business place, about plans, sales office, business place about So is this the same business place? It can be it cannot so it can be multiple business place. This question.
You can create multiple here itself only. See, someone created for Philippines, someone created for Indonesia. So these two things came. So if you start creating for India, another will come also. There are multiple business places here. So for business places, let me tell you one thing. SAP has given permission for only few countries. Okay, so let me show you as you have asked me that doubt. These are not allowed business places anyways, no, because they're all US. US business places are not entertained. So system will directly reject it, but I'll show you what business places companies are, SAP is recommending for you. So these are the regions, only enhanced business place country regions are allowed for, your business place is enabled now. So other than this, any country if you create, the system is not helping you on that. That is why if you can see Indonesia is there, Philippines there. Some of your team member also asked me, I want to create India, I want to enter tax codes, TIN, TAN, all these things, on the business place. I said, I'll show you. So you can create multiple business places as and when what are the regions that SAP is, entitling us that only we can create.
What is there are countries not required for business place. There are required business place. What are those countries required? Business places required.
No, SAP is not supporting. Whatever we can't create. That's it. You have to speak to SAP on that. Might be in the this is 2408 right now going on. After 2408, I heard from SAP that they are adding more business places for the countries wherever required. So in that pack or upgrade, you might help that. But other than that, this is not going to help because if you have seen right, I just checked the US only. See, it's straightforward. It's rejecting me when I'm doing this. This is what this SAP is telling on that. So the moment, guys, if you go to the chart of accounts, right? So it's in the accounting general ledger, as I have told you. So here you can see on the left, on the right side, we have these things, right? So open, in progress, completed. The moment if you are doing anything, it will go to in progress. The moment you save it or activate that, it will be go to completed state. Okay, it's nothing but like in ECC, as I told you earlier, nothing but open is your open. In progress is in under save mode and completed means you activated that object like that. Okay, like in ECC, just a resemblance to you. So if you want to, first of all, we want to define account groups, right? And we want to define the chart of accounts also. So whenever you want to go to chart of account, you can't create directly, but you can edit and you can add the new entries like this. If you go to here, you have a thing called edit chart of accounts. This is the chart of accounts, okay? Similar to our ECC screen only. So these are all ECC screen-based activities only. If you go to the new entries, let's say I'm giving provide the language. So in this Indian language, Hindi is also there. Let me tell you that for additional information. And then you can simply save this. So because whenever we create a chart of account, what happens? We have to provide an initial GL account number also on based on it, remaining you can manage, right? So this is what the pop-up that says, please specify the number of first GL account. So then go to the manage GL account master data app, then you can create all other GL accounts. So because as our structure starts with a chart of account, okay. So I'm creating chart of account, underline your first GL account. Let my first GL account I'm creating as 999, let's say 000. 8 letter, okay, or else let's say 9 letter. Okay, so it will gives you a request and short description like in ACC. You have to provide the request for this. Create as a own request. Okay, the moment generally we do, right? So this is how our chart of account can be created and configure. Okay, basically configuration, how you can do in a public load like this. Okay, this way you can actually see create number of chart of account like this. Once you create, you can just save this. Okay, so there will not be any activations, guys. Like in ECC, if we can see here, there is no activations here. You can just simply create and save it. That's it. Okay. If you have any Q entries, you can go for the new entries. You can just display it. The one you create. See, I just created this account, ZIAO. Earlier, I have YCO here. Okay. So this is the way how you can create and configure your chart of account. Okay. So coming back to that, so this chart of account, we might give a GL accounts, right? You know, we can tag the number of GL accounts. We might take to a company code also, right? So now assign company code to chart of account. The next one. See, if you guys remember, the first day we created these ones, test, KBO test, SM1. You go here and see in the org structure, it will be there. See, these are all our company codes. I just switch it to graphical format to table format. So I can see here different company codes and plans. Like, see, these are the different codes. Test, KBO test, SM1. So these came till this part, this came. What are the company codes we create, right? So now you're getting the clarity, right? The moment when you come to central business configuration, when you define a scope, the day when I showed you, when you define your primary finance settings, so this finance settings, you have to go to your company, you know, like your currency where you're going to do it. Okay. And your physical variant, once you define that, then in the org unit, we create the company codes. We created last time, right? So then you can come to this configuration. Okay, in the configuration, you can come to chart of accounts where I just showed you the creation of chart of account, right? You create a new GLs on top of that. In that, you will assign the company code, the one which you created. So this is the flow. So now I'm assigning the company code to chart of account. So I'm taking this one, the test one. So here we will be changing that one. I'm giving ZIOA, India account. So it's asking, see, reset the company code data before changing the chart of accounts. It's just a pop-up. So we have to create a, because it's already been used, right? So we have to reset it. So we have to create a new company code and we have to attach our new company code with a new chart of account. Okay. So let me try to show you that one also, because these are all already attached to some other things. There should be new entry option here. This is locked. No, I don't know. So there is a new entry option is there. This will be there once again. Okay, let me try to create a new company code first of all. Let me show you that. And then it will take time, but I'll show you. Because if not, you're thinking that I'm not showing. Let me show you that. In the org structure, when you go, you edit this. I'm changing the statuses. So now they are all logged now. Until I release, no, there will not be creation here. So now I'm creating a new company code here. So it's created. Strive is now organization strain is created. ZIOS. Right. So let me assign that new company code to the chart of account that I created. See this one. Okay. So I'm taking this one in the configuration again. If you go to configuration, close the old screen. See, all are deactivated, right? So again, you have to go to the overview and you have to, we have reopened this, right? So I have to confirm this. Confirm this. Confirm this. This is confirming. Just wait. This is what, you know, whenever you want to create an alternative chart of accounts also, you can search like this in the edit chart of accounts, as I just showed you. So I'll just assign it for you to you. If you want to edit also, you can edit. There is a edit chart of accounts list is there. And you can open that edit list and you can activate, you know, do the configuration activity. You can create the new entry. So these things will be there, provided if you have permissions for that. If your admin is, you know, limiting your permissions, you will not be having the permissions. Okay. Right, so I did it. So let me check. See, this is created now. Awful. So complete the activity. You have to say complete activity so that your configuration will be activated. All done. See. Once we are done this, it is asking, see, it's all reopened. You have to confirm this one also. If you're not confirming, your configuration will never be activated. So confirm this one also. It is called milestone activation. So confirm the milestone. So ensure before you want to open a configuration here, in the scope, in the overview of the scope, everything should be completed. Okay. In the nothing should be in open status. See, the status is changing. It will take little 1 or 2 minutes. Sometimes if busy server is there, server is really busy, it will take half 15 minutes, 20 minutes also based on the server's acknowledgement. It's a little time, guys, but we have to see because we have created new company code, right? So we have to assign that, right? So you should know that when a company code new created, how it is coming there, right? This is what the flow you also want to know, right? Last time. That's the reason I'm showing that now. So basically, before it covers, let me speak some few things also on that. So as I said, you know, earlier, chart of accounts in S4 HANA Cloud basically for the public cloud, right? Like as I said, it has been limited. Once the account is created, there is really is not anything stopping you from changing the different things, whatever you want to generally do. Because few people earlier also asked me that, not only in this training, the other trainings also, when someone try to decide, to adopt certain standard chart of accounts, that's provided by SAP, and they want to create the GS rate for their business. So if they want, they have some uncertain questions on that. The new one, can we do that? Can we change the tax categories? Or can we change the open items management, because there are renumberings also there, right, for certain things. So yes, we can have leverage all these new COA that I have shown to you. We can actually change those things. So the key point is, you have to understand the difference between the pre-delivered and configured content. So pre-delivered is already given by SAP. Configure is what you are doing, because it's of additional customer specific. So there are a number of things will be there on this. So this is how, generally when we go for the using standard chart of accounts, it both increases your implementations and mapping of different new critical paths, pushing the data and migration activities in the new cloud I'm talking about. So this is one such advantage, because earlier the chart of accounts implementation was little slower in ECC. So that is one such thing which you have to understand. And in regards to that, when you have multiple, when you have multiple chart of accounts, also we have seen alternate chart of accounts, right, which we can leverage. I'll show you that one also, how this alternate chart of accounts can be used when we have a second level of chart of accounts, when we want to utilize that. Because who are new in it, those who already know, that's okay. I know majority of you already know that. So basically, when you want to go for the alternate chart of account reporting, right? So you are just simply create it. In the earlier ECC, we are trying to do it with our T code OB62. If everyone remember that, right? Because we can assign an account from the country chart of to an account which is a regular charts, by the different GLX master data. So that's how we go with, because basically those who are new, I'm telling that. So the alternate chart of account is used as a summary for your financial accounting generally. So alternate accounts, they aggregate the accounts of similar nature generally. So to facilitate your summarizations and reviews of financial information when you want to do that, then we generally go over this alternate chart of accounts or alternate accounts. So accounts have a many-to-one relationship with the alternate account when you go with the alternate chart of accounts, right? So there is an option for that in the configuration also. I'll show you that one also today for the alternate chart of accounts. Generally, there are three types of accounts will be there. One is your operating chart of account, which is there, which we have seen. Another is a group chart of accounts, where the group of accounts containing the GL accounts that are used by entire corporate group will be there, and your country specific chart of account. These are the basic three types of standard SAP defined chart of accounts will be there. So whenever you do any system in SAP, so based on that, your things will be categorized. Okay. So if in any business case, for if you want to categorize your chart of accounts, there are mainly 5 types of categories will be there, like asset accounting, liability accounting, equity accounts, revenue accounts, and expense accounts. These are the standard categorization for the chart of accounts. So based on which you can decide which one to create, which one to go, and all these things. So that's how we generally do as part of the business. Okay. It's still creating. As I said, it will take time, guys. That's why I have not touched it, but I want to show you. If I'm saying you're not believing that, right? So I just want to show you how much general time generally it will take. So it's done now. Again, it's configuring whatever I have newly created to the system, so that I can use this one to all further flows also. Yeah, it's almost done. It's 70%. Okay, it's completed. We go to the configuration page now. So this is almost all everything configuration only, as you asked. I'm showing again for chart. So assign that. It's already by default, it has been taken like this. IOA. In the company, we have a company, because usually when we try to do this, right, so system will put this error. So we have to make the unlock the company code using this particular setting, make company code settings asset accounting specific. So this will be there. So you have to change the status of the company code here, okay, and then this error will be resolved. Okay, so if you go to this app, okay, display your company codes here with Go. This is one such thing, guys. When you have data, what I'm just showing you. So here the company code will come and you have to unlock that. Or else from here you can just check there's a schedule acknowledges the template is there. Then you can go to the resetting of transaction data is there. Okay, for the company code, so that where whatever the error that is throwing on us, that it can be resolved. Okay, I'm trying to show you here. Okay, here we should have this recent thing will be there. For the company code, we have to check it. So here in this, we have reset of transaction data will be there. See, this is the one. This one you have to run it here. Go to the filters. These ones also. Okay, sorry, I have not given company code, right? So let me give the company code here. So this one we have to run. Where is this company code? This is it's not getting that. This is the step 3, which it will run automatically. This step 1, step 2. Before only we have to give this company code is missing in this once again. So this here now it has to come earlier only. Let me run my company code here because to reset the data for that. Okay, it's asking. See guys, this is a test run. you have to delete the company code data. Okay, if you want to delete data from all codes, wherever the other different codes are, you can do this, but I'm going with this one. This will delete all company codes data. Okay, whenever you get that error, right, you have to go like this. Now schedule this. Okay, this will be completed. It is in process. This will be completed just in a second. If you want to see that, right, you can go here and see. Okay, so what I did, guys, the moment you generally do any type of configuration for new company codes, you'll get the error definitely when you're changing the new company code. So then that moment you have to go to this scheduling account data changes, and you have to go for the resetting of transaction data. I have given step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Just go there and put this thing and run it, and the data will be cleared from there. See, the job is complete. Okay, so let me try here. How this actually behaves now. So when you go to the again company code here, this is all configuration only, guys. So configurations takes time when you are doing before you want to play with data and all these things. Oh, okay, fine. There we have to. I have not deleted YCO here, right? Reset company code data before changing the chart of accounts. Let me do for that YCO also, because the company code is not locked. If we can see here, we can check the company code locking status also. If the company code is locked or the data is filled, it has been locked for different reasons, right? When you come to the same app in the SAP, you can see here these are all are not locked, but still it is not allowing me there to check this issue what it is. See, this is what we did. First of all, reset the company code specific data. So we reset all the data. Okay. So I reset the transaction data also now at the same time. Okay. Finally, carry resetting operations in this because we don't have any GL accounts for that. I completely have not created that. So nothing to worry on that. If any underlying GL accounts are there, we have to like face problem on that. But it is very fresh account. So it should not create an issue. Check this one. Leaving YC. Okay, so one thing we can do here, let me do my last thing for that you. So this is an SAP recommended practice I want to show you now. See, now it has happened. Why? Because means, please remember this point. So S4HANA Cloud comes with, I told you the day one only this point. So S4HANA Cloud comes with your pre-delivered operating chart of accounts, which is YCOA. Okay, so SAP is not recommending the change of this chart of account. Okay, and if you have, like I did created a new one, right? So like this, if you want to add any customization, that means SAP suggest if you do certain new chart of accounts, they suggest to assign that particular custom chart of account like ZIOA which I created as an alternative chart of account. Here you can create it, but you cannot add it directly here is what SAP's recommendation. So if there is a need to allocate the different chart of code to the company code, as I said, you have to reset all your company specific company code specific data for all your old chart of accounts, and then you can reset the company code specific data using that app which I shown you right now, this one. Okay, scheduling account thing, there you can do that. What the process is, that the same process which I shown you right now. But if you want to add your new one, you have to add it as a alternate chart of account only. Justifying the statement, I showed you the practically the same thing. Now this is getting done. See, so this is your chart of accounts. configuration. So what are the account groups? I have already told you the day one. What are these account groups? We have these multiple account groups are there, in the finance accounting. So if you had seen here, every different account, I told you the categorization of accounts in SAP Finance, right? Just a moment back, I told you what are the different categorizations will be there for us in the configuration level, right? These are all the account groups. Like we have general ledger groups are there, like in the chart of accounts, you have these income statements are there, different. These are all standard ones only, like which we generally use in many business functionalities across the financial architectures. We go with global clients, right? If you can see, everything is there: reconciliation, fixed assets, income statements, liquid funds, material management, reconciliation account, again account receivable, ready for input, again GL accounts, general ledger specific, secondary cost. Out of this, maximum is are covered. Out of this, if you still need anything, if you want to customize it, you have a new entry option is there, wherein which you can use this. If you don't want anyone, you can delete that as well. So I'm not doing that because all these accounts, and I'm just show you a simple accounting group here, creation of that. So either you take this one or that one. This is logged by SAP again. It's not allowing me to do. One second. Position that there. Let's say I create BNG, banking transaction group. From account numbers to account numbers, whatever you want to assign, you can assign that here. Okay, this is neither, not you can wait. Just simply say, let's say I'm taking this one. Simply save this. See, by default, this is taking. I told you that statement, right? So like this, you can create your new groups, save this, and go back. So there are things, like we have to know, because while creating the account groups at the chart of account level, so as now SAP defined the standard YCOE, so they can be defined with up to your these 4-number digits, whatever I just told you. And then this can be numeric or alphanumeric also. So because these account group majorly functions for your new entries for the account groups, for all your different assets, incomes, and expenses, which are relevant. You have to assign the relevant GL account, that which I have just I showed to you right now. Like you see, all other accounts are standard, so they given that Z means that all accounts will come into here. Now here, I have just specifically given our account, the banking transaction group for certain GL accounts I just prepared for. Okay, so there are 3 default top-level account groups in the applications. There are profit and loss, balance sheet, and balance sheet obvious. So these are the ones which are very standard. So our rest all can be created and deleted as per your usage. Okay, guys. So that is about the account groups. Now coming back to defining the financial statements and assigning the financial statements. So if you can go here, you can create all your financial statement versions here. So we are having the financial statement versions. You can see here, I'm just stopping the screen for a minute. Just have a look on it. Okay. So if you can see here, we have 4 different financial versions are there, right? What is the financial statement version? Generally, we call it as FSV in short form, right? So this is a financial statement versions are like, more a enriched hierarchical arrangements of your GL accounts, I can say, which can be determined wherever they appear in the company balance sheet and profit loss statements. Okay. So financial statement versions are generally, like they will be used to organize the group GL accounts into a tree structure. Generally, when we go like that, tree structure. So the structure also earlier in ECC, it was been beholding with different standard SAP ABAP programs are there. As you all know that we have standard SAP programs like FBILA 0010 and like A0, and these are different for different account purposes in ECC, right? So these are the ones which are supporting the data when we are adding and promoting or processing the data for the financial statement versions generally. So why a company generally use a financial statement version? Because who are new to that, I'm just explaining. So this is majorly for two important things. One is for the parallel accounting, because to report according to different local and international accounting principles, we need the parallel accounting. So for that, you need these FSVs. And also there are different target groups will be there. Target groups means to report a internal or external audiences, there will be different requirement specifications will be there based on the domain that we go with this financial operations. So for that, you need these FSVs. Okay. So to create the FSV, as I said, to configure the SSP, so you can just go to the define your FSP. You can select here. There are two important ways that you can do. You can just copy as with the existing, and you can copy the same one, or else you can create the new one also. Let's say, for example, I'm doing this one. So copy as. So like this, see, it is coming. YPS2 chart of account, everything. So if it is a group account number, you can give. It's a function area, permission is there, you can give these things. Okay, and simply save this. YPS2 will be created. It's already there. You can go back. Okay, or else if you want to create a new entry, all the thing you can create here, like let's say.
Can you just go back and okay? Did it copy it or not?
Sorry?
Did you go back to the financial statement version?
You want me to go back?
Copied, right? You perform copied the FS version. Did you copy? Did it copied or not?
Let me create this one first of all. Then I'll go to the copy. I'll see that. Just a group, banking transactions. So we can mention the chart of account here. So while mentioning, there are some financial statement items will be also there. Let me compile. This is the ones, if there are different items, assets, liabilities, if you want to add anything on top of these different items, I'll show you that one also a little later when I deal with the banking transactions. So just save this for now and just go back. The new one which we created, and reload the page one more time. See, it's okay. Tell me.
I'm not copy, right? Copy version, correct? First.
This one, okay, I'll show you one more time.
And then later, okay, please provide also on how to edit those inside, not only copy and create version, but details inside how to create GL inside GL and then modify those GLs inside the account grouping.
One second. Yeah, let me show you this one. So like this, we'll copy new one here, YPS3, we'll copy it. Okay, reserved numeric fields 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. So X, T, Y, reserved characters. Okay, let me give this as copy. Activate. Now we are saying something. What is that, Custer? I just created this one. Yeah.
You go, of course, okay. We just need, or we just need to learn also how to navigate inside the financials na. Okay.
Statements, items.
Then create nyo without discussing the details inside.
No, you want me to create new one now?
No, discuss how can we assign those GL accounts and account grouping inside this financial statement version. Okay.
I'll tell you. I'm coming that is there. The topic I'll discuss with you. This is only the configuration I'm telling right now. I'll tell you. I told you, right? I remember you have financial statement on item parking is there. I'll show you in the coming modules. Okay. So
you will discuss in details for those.
Yeah, I will discuss this with you. Everything I'll cover. Okay. If I'm missing, just remember me. I will not miss. But let me complete the configuration. I'm going with the configurations which were not done earlier for now. Okay. So this is how we can copy and create the new financial statement versions, guys. And then if we go back again. So this manage operating GL accounts is there, like you can do from here, but we have an app which is activating on top of that. But still, if you want to see manage, because we can't do anything as I told earlier, SAP fixed that one. So if you just close this, see that is not opening. You have to again go. That app is not anymore, getting integrated with this one. So we have to go with the app, not from the configuration, but from the development URL. This is development URL wherein which I have showed you earlier also the same management of this GRL accounts. Okay, here generally we assign a financial version. So these things we will see later on how to assign a financial assignment statement version to a GL account and a chart of account in the banking module. Then I will do this. So this is how where to do and manage all these things. We'll go for GL accounts. And then we have seen the important parts there, like we created a chart of account, we created company code, we assigned it, we defined a financial statement, right? We have seen how to manage the operation GL accounts. So this is how. So on the financial statements and financial versions, I will speak more about when I'm dealing the module of banking and cash management. So there we will see these things. So that time I will show you this migrations and assignmenting these semantic tags and what is this tag groups. These things I'm not discussing now because of that. So I'll discuss you that time. So rest all I discuss with you now on this. So let me go with the managing of GL account master data. If you go, guys, here, there are these three apps which I told you right now, discuss with you. So on the managing operating of GL accounts and managing GL account master data. So to configure these things, you cannot configure directly from the configuration panel because these transactions has been moved to web browser directly. Okay, so you have to exit this. You have to exit these two apps. So you have to use them directly from the development portal. So we can go manage GL account master data in the app from the tile manage. So this is the one, it has been moved here, these two apps. We go to manage GL account master data. So if you go here directly, you can see, you can take this one, standard one here. These are the chart of accounts for this one. Even when we created ZIOA, I added some GL accounts also. If you remember, let me show you those ones as well. So those are not activated because it's not direct chart of account. So it's a only thing here. So take this one, go here. So here only you can block for posting, unblock for posting, these ones. So new accounts you can create, new copies you can create here. These are copies of 01009000 for this company code. See, this is getting copied. So it's saying the job will be done. It will let us know. So like this, this one that will be created. And we can see in this display list like this. So we can create the GL account master data. You can manage the GL account master data like this. You can block the postings like this, which I have shown you earlier. So this is how you can operate that. And if you go to the manage, operating GL accounts. So here also we can see there we just see the GL account, but here operating GL accounts comes under two different tabs. One is based on your chart of account view, another is with your company code view. So if you go any of these views, you go here simply. There are total 746 chart of accounts are there in this. Okay. So if you can go here on the company code view, you can see still more details because two company codes are involving in this, right? So you can see the different things are there in this. If you want to go to anything in detail, just click on that. So from here, from the standard manage operating GL accounts, you have all the menu items which have been given to that for the configuration level. So from this configuration level, you can actually display. These are all displays only, no changing. If you want to change, only one option, which is manage GL account master data, which I told you right now. Rest all you have to show, you have to go for the display only. For this particular GL account, whatever the line items that we add for the cost accounting, production accounting, item entries, account balances, each thing, a separate items has been added into it. Okay, so this is how you can display all your items at one single thing through your managing operating GL accounts main page. Okay, this is for your COI, this is for your company code. And one more thing, if you can go here. See, this is a new number which we created, this one, and we can see the one which we created, that one also. Right now I created, right, double one. Based on this we created, right? There is a new number which we created, and you have few more new numbers will be also there in which it will come like this. So these are all the standard codes which are already there as part of the preloaded data, which we can leverage for further usage of the transactions. So specifically, this manage GL account master data, as I said earlier, from this app, let me go to the back one. Okay, from this manage GL account master data from this app, you can perform all the actions to the master data of the GL accounts. Okay, master data of the GL accounts in the sense means depending on your role. Again, I'm telling this is a role-based thing. No, based on the role only you can do this. So your role and system that you access accordingly, because that will actually be changing. Please make a note that this app, what I'm showing you, is generally getting used by different users for different tasks, and they can be, therefore what happens, like it will be in different places, different usage projections will be there. For example, if a user is a configuration expert, what is his task? He will create and change the GL account number data, master data, right? And his FSVs are always he want to deal with the FSVs in which in the quality system, not in development, right? So as a configuration, here how he access the app as a configuration activity, like in the configuration environment, he will use it. Let's say you are an accounting user. Okay, if you're an accounting user, how your task will be generally limited to this app, because you might, as a accounting user, you might view the GL account master data and your financial statement versions you are on your daily routine of job in your production systems office. So the access is limited. That means in development, the access that will be there will not be there in your quality and production, because the app is accessed directly from the Fiori launchpad here. Okay. But one thing you have to remember, for configuration experts who are completely want to configure, for them, they have the access at this level in 2402. 2408, that is also removed at that level. But still, in 2408, this will, as I said, this is actually rerouting to us to this particular development portal. Or else it will actually show the same one in your configuration also in earlier versions. Okay. So you have to understand that as a GL accountant, sometimes we have some roles will be there. Okay. So those roles are important as a configuration purpose. So those roles I'll explain you, because I'm talking about more on configuration. So those who are really want to do certain configuration, this role is important for them. Let me show you that role on which you can create business. Okay, I'll give this roles on here. So if you can see the role, let me search it for here. SAP. Okay, this one I'll show. This is not one second. Let me search here. When you're configuring, no, I'm just showing you who has to configure this for accountant configuration. I'm just seeing here. There is no data for this. Okay, there is one role that is there in the system, which is BR administrator, but still okay. Administrator have all access anyways, but there is one role, let me assign that role. This is the standard role, guys. When you're configuring, as I said, usually you won't get the permissions to do that. Your admin people will do that. But if you are a configuring expert, because you people asked me on the configuration, I'm telling you this one, these roles you have to define. For a configuration expert, SAP gave one role called configuration expert role, that you have to define in your business roles for the business users. Okay, if you are an accountant, GL accountant, you have to add that GL accountant role also. This is purely for configuring. So as a GL accountant, sometimes your accountant can view GL account master data, like wherein which particularly that account will be used in your finance statement versions. Okay, if he is not having that role, he can't see that. Okay, this is for all the automatic account determinations and all these things can be happen. So we have that app also. I'll show you that one. For a configuration expert, again, if you want to display, edit master data for different GL accounts, like he should have this role, which is called edit the master data. If you want to edit that master data, he should have that role, which is called SAP BRBPC expert. So these two roles are important for your general GL master data configuration. Okay. So I'm just adding those roles also, trying to add that one. Let me check. SAP BR underscore GL underscore accountant. See, that role is not there here. We try to create some template. See, like this GL accountant should be there. Asset accountant is there. Let me check whether GL accountant is there or not. See, the role is there. Configuration expert. You can take this one. This is what I told you for your configuration things. New role. So I'm adding one more new role from the same role. This one for here. Like this, you can add the roles into your system. See, this is the role. I just added this. And save this one. Nothing to do on because everything will be automatically copied there. Okay, here the users you can add who want to, for example, someone of your team want to give the accountant role. There, once you coming to this configuration expert, you can add that person name here, the business user name here, whoever it might be, you can add them here. For example, my name is there. You can add this, the business users conditions. Okay. Like this, there are many people are there. Let's say I'm giving M dash S4 HANA 0. These two I'm just applying here. This is all configuration only, guys. This is all configuration, pure configuration. So like this, now these two guys can actually behave as a expert, mean two who can configuration experts who can display it the master data of the GL accounts. Okay, you can also add new GL accounts based on different existing accounts. Also, you can make mass changes to the account descriptions and attributes also on that. Let me show you this one. You can save this one. So these roles were now added here automatically for this particular role to these users. Okay. Still processing. So you have to understand one thing while you are creating a like new GL account. Now like I have showed you right by copying the editing the new ones. So you can do that as a single account change, or sometimes you can do that as a mass change also. So it is still activating. Authorization activation is in progress. So it will be automatically done. It is not stucking our screen. It is done up to date. So you can create this mass changes as a chart of account view, company account view, controlling area view, different views also. So those will be there in our GL account master data mass changes. Okay. If you can go here, there is a thing called mass change is there. This is what I'm speaking about. So this mass change, when you say it will say, okay, let me add from start. So GL account master data totally it defining your business transactions that posting on GL account and how the data is getting posted and processed, right? So the master data for an account must exist, right? Before any posting is making to the account. So during this implementation phase, we generally adjust the pre-delivered charts of accounts, which is needed to when we want to create new GL master data. We use this manage app. We copy that I showed you how to create that and configuration activities. And if you have any proper authorizations, it is possible to access, with the different edit and changing access also. Okay. So onto this account, you are seeing this, right? There are majorly how many types of accounts are there? Balance sheet account, your cash account, okay, and then you have generally have different accounts are there. I want to show you those accounts. 1 second. It is showing only this account. Right, see non-operating expense. So if you can see, generally SAP has categorized the different GL account types. I told you just half an hour back. Balance sheet accounts, your non-operative expense or income account, your primary cost and revenue account, secondary cost accounts, and then cash accounts, which we have seen right now. So I'll just explain what are people who are new to that, because who already know, we can ignore that. So balance sheet accounts, guys, this balance sheet accounts, which are seeing top, these are the accounts where postings from the business transactions are recorded. So the balance of a balance sheet account will be carry forwarded at every fiscal year end. So you can use all these balance sheet accounts for the payment processes. Okay. Coming to now cash accounts, these cash accounts are nothing but this is a type of balance sheet account. This is specifically used for the payment process. Okay, cash account means from there, this will be the payment process will be done. So cash accounts will have subtypes will be also there. I will be discussing more on that when I'm talking on the bank accounting and cash management. I'll speak about that. But for now, this is a configuration activity. I want to just tell you what are the terms are then just giving you. So this cash accounts again, subtypes are there, which are like bank reconciliation, bank sub account, petty cash. These will be there. So we'll deal these things in the cash accounts. Coming to the non-operative, you can see the down here. Few are non-operative are there. These ones. See, few accounts, VAT revenue, VAT goods, these are non-operating. Non-operating means these are kind of income statement accounts in which the record expenses are, let's say we say gains from different activities. These are not a part of the main purpose of the company. Okay. Main purpose means see revenue, goods issue. This is why these are all non-operating. If you can see, this is a subcontractor without CE, and then we have one more consumption values. So these are all not the part of the main purpose of the company. Okay, means these are nothing but the gains that are realizing from your financial investments. Okay, particularly from a manufacturing company, this will be there. So these are the different non-operative expense and income type of accounts. Other than that, you're seeing more primary cost or revenue. Okay, what are these accounts? These accounts majorly function as a cost element for us, because for primary cost or revenue, these are all like cost elements. Okay, so primary costs generally reflect operating expenses. I told you earlier class also, like payroll is there, your administration cost will be there, your selling expenses will be there. There are many things are there in which this comes under all your primary accounts. Okay, and there are one more category which is missing in this total data. It is not missing, it is there. Secondary cost. This is what I'm speaking about. So primary, I told you what are like payroll and all these things, and secondary is also there. Secondary means again these also function as not primary, which are not primary are there. Those are all called secondary. Okay, means like we can say like cost cost allocations will be there. Your overhead allocations, your settlement transactions, your cost that is there within the organization. So those are all comes as part of your secondary cost accounts. So every single cost, every single penny you are going to spend in the company. Okay, so that will be come under some of these general ledger accounts. As I said, in the balance sheet or non-operating or primary or secondary or cash, any one category it will come. Okay, so already 746 standard GL account categories has been created in the system. Data is like already loaded into it with the one single chart of account. Okay, so these things we can use further to all our like invoices or invoice postings or like new copy these ones and create a new ones also. There are many things which you can do on part of the GL account, right? Okay, so these field, let me speak with it because I'm at this level. Okay, this field status group, this will be when you want to control fields in your master data, generally on the document entry screens, right? So this group, when you create, like in the company code area, when we created that, right? So these will be created against each GL account, right? So these field groups will be help you, like on different statuses, when you want to post on that. Like if you can see here, it is general with text and assignment. This is what the group states. What it means, general and text assignment. Let me tell you one thing. So with this group, you can determine generally which fields are ready to input. Like, like it's a required entry or optional entry, or it's a suppressed entry, like that information you will get it basically from this field status group. If you can see here, it is text and assignment is there. For general properties, we can understand this YB01 group. You're getting? So this group basically acts as your we can say like as a what we can say status of the account that is happening in it, happening in the GL. So let me share you one thing. here, go back. Okay, so let me come to your first or this account group. This account group, as you said, right? So I can tell you like this is like your classification of your master data, whether it's a customer or vendor. That is how this account group deals with it. Means with the category of your vendor or customer master data can be entitled in this account group. Like you can say it's a liquid, you have a finance liquid funds account in this for us. So there might be a different usage for each and everything when we use for this startup account groups. Based on the field properties, this will be controlled generally. But this determine which type of category of data that you want to enter into a group or an account group can be defined in this area. This is called about account group. It determines simply which partner function that you are going to happening in the master data. Clear? Like here it is financial liquid with accounts. So like this. And field group is, as you said, field group, for example, you are posting certain GL accounts, first of all. So field group, what it does, let me go into this as you asked me. So yeah, where is this? Field status group. Yeah, this field status group, generally we assign to a GL account, any status group. So as I told you, either this field status group can be a mandatory field or optional or suppressed. The moment when you assign it to GL, you will decide that through field status group. So according to this, when you define this, so this will say when the postings are making to GL account, you will define that, and that definition will be carried out throughout your flow like this. When someone defined this account, they set it as a general, which is mandatory. Okay, this is not suppressed. If it is suppressed means you can't do that. So that is what this field status group will be function. So it will help you basically on if I am saying general means like nothing but required, which means this field will be available on the screen. You have to fill it. If this group, when I'm making a GL posting, if I suppress this, that will be hidden. That means if you don't want someone to see on what group you are posting the GL, you can suppress this field. In the same way, if you say display, means it will be like grayed out. You cannot fill anything there, and the screen will be completely grayed out, like you have seen earlier. So if it is optional, you can fill or not fill. It's all depends. So these are different group properties, has been built to understand the, like the group that you're posting for the GL can be available to the screen customer or not. That's it. For other than there is no other things regarding to that. That is about your field status group.
How can we classify, for example, balance sheet accounts? How do we know if it is this GL accounts will be classified as general with text and assignment or something? As mentioned, there are options inside with this field status group. It is not this is not only YB01. There are more.
You can classify your GL account based on its property. If it is like if it is postings and business transactions, you'll put it in balance sheet. If it's, as I said, if you're having any non-operating expenses, you put in non-operating. Or if you said as any payrolls kind of things, cost elements, primary cost elements are there, you put it primary, if not secondary. Like this, based on the purpose, you'll classify it. That's how you generally do any GL classification.
Yeah, basically, this will help us to classify this financial statement when we configure the cash flow statement. Okay, the reason why we wanted to ensure that the classification created will be the same, because once you group these GL accounts and when you prepare financial statement, these statements, these GL accounts will group, will form into group to financial statement. So that is the
I
concern.
got it. You are asking something like document splitting. See, this is for financial statement is majorly for document, and we have things for classification document splitting. So, in order the document splitting, that you have to recognize your document items, which you are handling for what are the revenue items, what are expense accounts, what are cash accounts, what are balance sheet accounts. If you identify that, then you can actually group them like that, and then those will come into your final statement version. That's how generally any FSVs will work generally. Fine. So we discussed on these things, guys. So on last day, so with this, the configuration of chart of accounts, company codes, GL accounts are done. So we will be going with the supplier invoicing, which I told you, which we are struck last week. So let me continue that one also, how to create supplier invoices. So I'm logging to the server. So here, and I'm logging here. So when we log here, so last week we are here. We are just accessing this and we got some issues that time, unfortunately. Let me give the password here. No, this is taking, yes, it's taking that. Awesome. So, right. So I will show you, because last week when I'm creating a supplier master record, I have like we have gone with some issues. So let me show you how to create the supplier master records and supplier invoices. If anyone knows that, okay, because as part of the curriculum, I showed the configuration now. I'm going with these records, these creations now in the development portal. So in the financial accounting, generally, we will get these things. Okay, on the Fiori Launchpad, when you go to this financial accounting tile group, this is the tile group. So wherein which if you go to this payables management, you will get these ones basically. So in this, for creation of supplier invoice or supplier, first of all, supplier master records we have to create, right? So the supplier master records, you have to choose your managing of business partner master data. So we have to do that. So if you go to the supplier master data here, okay, if you go down, guys, seeing this supplier master data tile is there, in this manage business partner master data will be there. If you go there, you can see this one. So we can create the one. So go for organization. Okay, don't give anything on the business partner. It will be automatically created. In the grouping, we will be selecting the one here. This one, let's select this one. Okay, and provide the name also. This is a mandatory field name one. Giving same data that we have given last time here. The country, put the region also. The language also will be better reachable. And simply say OK. Okay. So now we created this. So we got all these things, right? So now we go to the roles tab. So in the role tab, okay, while creation, here I have not given role. Once again. This is for supply financial accounting. I forgot that one. Let me give the same data again. Okay, now say okay. Now go to roles. Is there right already? So now add one more role here. So create role here. Now here enter the another role or supplier management role. For supplier. Okay. And extend the supplier. If we have done this role, okay, we have the details of the business partner role for choosing this one. So you can just go here. Okay. Just extend this, go into this. You are on the business partner app here for the roles. Okay. So if you go down, you can see this one. We have company codes are there. I'm scrolling down slowly. You have company codes here. Okay. So go to this company code tab and choose create here. This one. This is for adding the company code directly into your business partner data. Okay. This is nothing but your vendor. I'm creating vendor, business partner, nothing but the vendor, right? So company code tab, you have this one. So I'm giving certain vendor here. This is the same company code which you're using that, right? So if you want any posting block, deletion blocks, you can use it, but you can take it a little later. I'm just showing you the basic BP here. Okay. And then we have, if you go down, we have mandatory field is which is called reconciliation account. So this reconciliation account, let's give the reconciliation account number here. I'll take this one, payables domestic. Okay, double apply. Again, go to this roles. In this FLNV01, if you go here, you have your purchasing organizations will be there. So put the purchase organization assignment here. Create. So give the purchase organization number here. So put the group here. Group 001. Okay, and simply apply. On the bank accounts, choose the bank account creation. Because we are creating for Germany, I'm just taking the Germany here. Now give the bank key here. This is the German bank. Put some number. A 7-digit number basically. Give some name here if you want the name. Okay, and after this, we'll just go deep into this. Once you define that, you'll have the proposed IBAN will be there. So just propose the IBAN here. So now create. See, tireless ties K01, my master data, vendor master data was created now, right? So this is how we generally create the master data. That day we have that server issue, right? So we were unable to create those things. Now this is simple when we have a right server to create. So this is how we create. I have explained you that day each and every tab also, so I'm not reiterating that. I'm going to supply invoice now. Now creating the supplier invoice. So to create the supplier invoice, once we have the master records here, you have to go to the supplier invoices group here. Okay, if you go back to the home page, in the financial accounting, if you go to the supplier invoices, okay, we can see this supplier invoice list. It will display the current supplier invoices. If you can see, let me show you. I will create one and I'll show you that one also. Go here. You can display all supplier invoices here, whatever the invoices are there, right? So you have to create one new. Just create from here also you can create, or you can go from the tab also, supplier, create supplier invoice tab. Okay. Now provide the details. For example, I'm using the same company code which was there. So take the invoice date as today, and invoice party, which I created now, tireless tires will be there. Let me take that one. This one which I created right now. So take that one. Okay. Let's say your gross amount, I'll take something, let's say 2200. And reference value, give a 3-number reference value, something. Say enter. There is an error we got. Okay, I have not done it. Let me show you this once before I do that. So once I have done this, okay, now in the GL account tab, we have to add these items. Go to the GL account items tab here, and now add the items there for the debit thing. So add this here on the debit. Okay. So put the amount of GL account. Let's say this GL account, I'll take postage and shipping. Okay, and put this as here 2000 euros. Okay, and click on this show details. So you'll get further more details, guys, which is the tax code we have to enter there. Put Let me do the help on this. Which tax code I have to? This is our input tax code. I'm just searching further because input tax code will be there, right? So for this, we have to, the company code is automatically there. So you have to give the cost center assignment. So which cost center, but we are going for that, we have to assign that. So let me check the cost center. This is my financials cost center. Now check it. See, invoice was successfully checked, which says that you are good. Okay, the balances in the euro will be 0. Okay, now simply post it. Okay, so as I told you earlier, right, I have told you also while GL accounts that demos, I told you when you want to hold or park, you can use your hold and park. When you are back, when you are done, when you know the things are on track, then you can post your invoices also. Okay, now simply post this invoice. If it is successful, it can show you a success message. See, documents have been created, supplier invoice created. Okay, if you want to create new one, not required, right? Say no. This will go to your pack. Now check the supply invoices, the same has been created or not. Go. The new one which we created now. See, tireless tire K01, post it. Right? So this is how we generally create the invoices on this. Now, once we create the invoices, you have to analyze the open items in the payables management. Okay, that means you have to view the balances and supplier line items for your supplier, whatever you create as a master record on that, you have to do that. That is called supplier balances, or we say analyzing the open items in the payables management. Okay, so for that, what you have to do, I'll show you how you analyze your open items in the payables management. So for that, just simply go to here. Okay, go back to the home. In the home page, in the home page, if you go to this payables management overview, this one. So this is a reporting analytics section, guys, wherein which you can see one of the important one, which is called display supplier list. Okay, not supplier. This is display supplier balances. Okay, so this app you have to select it. Okay, select this one. And now select the supplier. Now, if you want to see the balances of the supplier, select the supplier. This one is my supplier. Create. Okay. Put the company code. We know the company code, right? 1010. And we can go to the physical year now. Let's say 2024, the one which is current. I'm taking that one. If you have any comparison that you want to make, then you can give the comparison also. For now, let's take this is not mandatory. This is only for analysis purpose. Okay. So now we have just gone. Just simply click on this go button, guys. These are all the balances for the supplier tires will be displayed to you. Okay, this is how we do it. Then what you have to do, we have to see that there, like, is there any manager supply line items are there or not, right? So for that, if you go back here to the home page again, so if you go into the payables again, You are seeing this manage supplier line items. Just click on there. Okay. So here, if you want to manage supplier line items, again, take our data. Give the company code. And status is not open items. Let's keep for all items, which are cleared, which are open, everything. And posting date is of some other date to till today. It's already been taken automatically. Okay. Item type is normal items. It is being taken here. You can see there are different items will be there. Special GL transactions, noted. Someone asked me, right, secondary where I post. This is called noted. Okay, I'll come to that a little later on. These are called noted items. And we have parked customer also there. So like that, these things are normal items here. Okay, simply go here. If you can see the supplier item of the supply items are displayed here. Okay. And it is not cleared because I have not cleared it, right? So I'll show you the clearing there when I'm going to that one now. One by one, I'm covering to you, right? So I'm just showing you, you can manage the supplier line items. Okay. Okay, I'll show you this clearing also. Once, let me cover the remaining parts, then I'll come to clearing. Okay, last time I showed you the clearing, but it was of more dummy data. Now this is more flow-like kind of things going, so it will be more understandable for you also. I'll show you this clearing also. It's very simple, but let me cover the next one here. Once the supplier line items are done, you have to see the overdue payables also, right? So for that, what you will do, just go back there. Here we have this overdue payables app will be there, guys. So whatever the overdue payables are there in your with related to your GL accounts or your supplier are there, those you can actually see in this overdue payables. Okay. So here you have two things will be there. Either in a tabular form, you can see these details here like this, or if you're more of enthusiastic towards the graphical representation, you can see this one. Okay. Because basically on the overdues, when you want to send reports, right, if you want to do a kind of reporting with all these graphical things, you can just check this thing. So this also gives you the same data there. Okay, so tabular form, generally I choose tabular form for for easy access. I generally do this. Okay, now if we can expand the header of this. These are all based on company code already. So we are seeing the critical overdue amounts here. These are the two company codes on which, because we have not posted anything on this, so we just use this one so we can see this one only. So with this, you can see your overdue payables for all your like items that you are posted there. So after that, we will be seeing the aging analysis. As I said, aging analysis. Okay. So this aging information can gives you like suppliers and the company like which you are using that. So it will put you it will gives you some information on that uh, complete data analysis on the suppliers generally. Okay, so when we have to go for aging analysis, what is aging analysis? First of all, I don't know how many of you really know that. That's like generally in many financial things, it's like a kind of category. Like it will categorizes all your unpaid invoices and debts, and it will be showing some sort of outstanding amounts and all these things. Like basically this aging analysis can be reviewed by many financial people, company financial executives, to understand the financial health. They can identify the overdue payments, and they can try to improve the cash flows. All these things can be done. So aging analysis is one of the important thing that every finance guy generally do, because uh, there are many ways generally to understand the aging analysis. There are many ways that are there to do this aging analysis. Like you can by, as I just showed you, the overdue payables, right? That is one such thing, which helps business to identify which invoices are overdue and which customers need to be followed up with. You get some idea. In the same way as it cash flow improvement also, right? So aging analysis also, like whenever business will be generally benefited, want to implement certain cash flow strategies. We want to improve that, where we are lagging, where we have to make much progress, like this. And you can estimate bad debts also, like when potentially some estimated bad debts are there, you can take actions also, right? So like this, you can estimate that bad debts also. You can identify insolvency risk sometime by these aging assets, because investors can use this particular thing to identify potential cash flow issues and insolvency risks on top of that also. So for all that, you can do this aging analysis. This typically generally in a normal, not only SAP, normal terminology, it categorizes your invoices into 30-day interval, 30 days, 30 to 60, 31 to 60, 61 to 90. Later, and a company decides how generally it want to go. Generally it goes like that, but for us it will be like this. See here, guys, I'll show you. This is the aging analysis. There's a tile separately for us. Okay, so this tile you will be used to do that. If you go there, so here you can see we have all these things are filled automatically. Click on the company code, give our company code, select the company code, click on the supplier, give your supplier. Let's say whatever I created, I'm just taking that one only. So again, two forms here, tabular and see aging grid. This was the standard grid that has been given, on which my amount in currency, this respected currency is showing. So this is in graphical format. So this is how we do the aging analysis for your overdue payables and all these things. So these are all your different payable things that we have in our S/4HANA public cloud. Okay. So going back to our managing supply items, where I have shown you clearing thing there. So let me show you that one also, to clear one. So the status shows is not cleared. So you can just go there. So on the same invoice also, you can see there are certain things are there. Like you can see edit the line items, where you can edit this line item. You can create a correspondence for this, which I have explained you last time also. You can block for payment, you can unblock for payment also. You can create a single payment and one-time settlement, like kind of thing. Like these things. To clear the invoice, flow here. See, clear outgoing payments, display supplier balances, post outgoing payments. So these things will be there. If you go to the clear outgoing payments, go to the all open items. take out these journal entries, take out these ones because these are not mandatory fields, right? So I'm taking all these details away just for the analysis, guys. Put the company code, simply say go now. So sometimes, we have to upload the invoices and we have to, process them also, right? Through common PDFs also, right? So I hope you have already guys done that, but those who are really not, because we have a term called invoice processing is there in our content. I just will show you that one also. So when we receive and upload invoices, on the PDF format or basically PDF format on different text formats, we generally upload that into the cloud, right? There are many, what I want to say, there are many, there are many, what I want to say, in between the cloud environments, like open text is there, different data extractions are there, in which they generally help us, undoing this. But internal to SAP, when you are dealing this cloud invoice processings, right? So these are automated things are also happening, but not with the public cloud directly right now. But if you have heard about IRPA, like by using the open text with IRPA, also there are automated processings were getting designed in S4HANA. That's the information I'm told you. So on this, we generally do the invoice verification, invoice completions, and payments. All then can be handled. Okay, but to process the invoice, basically what we generally do is we will go to the invoice processing app. Will be there. I'll just show you that one. So where in which we will be connecting with those invoices, and we will just post the invoice for the processing. Okay. And generally, IRPA means intelligent robotic process automation is there, which can be used as an extension for all the automation that who are the new technology who want to generally use that, right? So they can leverage that one. But for now, we will use the upload supplier invoices. That one we will try to use, and we will try to post those things. If you go here, upload supplier invoices, right? This is the app where you generally post from different. I just created one dummy thing yesterday. Okay, just you go to the create upload, and if you create here, give the company code. Okay, put the description and upload the file. Okay, if you can see, there is a dummy PDF I created yesterday with very limited data in that. Create that. Okay, once you create, you can see this here if it is done there. This is the one which we created now, 171010 XZ. Okay, so if you can see like this is how this new uploads. What that information content also you can see here. This is the invoice draft. because that is all dummy information which I which I selected. If you want to see the complete PDF, what we loaded, you can see the down statement is there, which is it will be downloaded for you, and you can see that PDF also. It's a sample invoice which I created, with certain unit prices and all these things, like billing to, like address of name, date, invoice number, and certain line items. I just posted here. That's it. So this is a sample invoice which I have done that time. So for this new supplier invoice, whatever you want to add, right, you can add those ones also on the amount levels and all these things. You can actually simulate and post that one. So let's say this is for today dates. I'm posting here something here. Let's say the invoicing party is also tireless tires. Let's create it here now.
Yeah. So you're uploading the invoice itself.
PDFs.
Didn't you create the PDF? But currently we are using the Excel template when we are doing the upload for suppliers. So we can do that. We can also upload directly the invoice and it will generate a corresponding entry using the upload template. Can we do that?
Yeah. You want me to show Excel?
No, we're just amazed because currently we are using again the Excel template. We are not uploading the invoice itself, but you're saying we can do that, right? We can upload the actual invoice and then it will generate an automatic entry.
Yeah. It will generate. Like
Hi, Key and Glenn. Actually, our process here is when we upload, in the template, we have all the data, the invoice date, the posting date, we all have that. And then when we upload, it will automatically fill that up.
Yeah. There are two things are there in which, I told you earlier, in the journals I have shown you one thing, right, where we download the field exactly like in SAP, the data individual fields. So someone also asked me they want to put business place also in that. Someone asked me, anyways, that is fine. I'll show you that. But that is one such thing where generally journal entry can do. Here also you can actually add Excel and you can add these fields, but mapping document was not given by SAP as of I have seen. But the invoice you can add here, you can add the entry and rest all data you can fill it like this. Like see, now I just add only few fields. I don't have this party and all these things. I'm just adding these ones. You can add those ones and you can actually fill the remaining fields and you can post the supplier invoice also. So that can be always done. If you go down, check this. Okay, no tax code is there. Okay, let me put the tax code here. Add this here. This is the line item. So this error basically, coming because of there's any delivery lead document we have not filled it right. So it's coming. So I'm trying to put some purchase document numbers here. Let me add it.
This is create supplier invoice app, right?
New supplier invoice, not create supplier invoice. Yeah.
So you don't need to put the PO number, no? This is without PO also we can actually have that.
Let me check the GL account system here. It's asking me to put
GL you have to add, no?
GL I added anyways. Okay, GL item I'm not added. This one I add this. This is the mandatory field. put the tax code for this also. Yeah, we need cost center also, right? Okay, now post this, guys. We are having ready with all the GL account line items and everything. So the document is posted. So like this, we can process your invoices through PDFs also, and you can add the data whatever you want. To Excel also, you guys, someone asked me. So this is how we generally post the invoices. This is how the invoice processing happens. Okay. So basically, when we are making or posting this, right, and when you're making the journals or these invoices, you have to understand what needs to be parked, what needs to be holded, when, because there are multiple conditions will be there in respect to the business conditions and all these things. So based on that, you can post it and you can take actions on those postings accordingly on that. Okay. So this is about the payables. Okay.